That's all it takes to stop me. It doesn't have much power unless you're on the bottom.
You need to grab that? Oh, you can't really grab it.
Whoa, fucker!
Hey, at least it's buoyant.
Alright guys, here it is, crossing L Pond on a four-wheeler. Yes, it's got 8 Tarachis on it, but this thing held together really well. We went all over the property. I did the full loop back by the railroad tracks, all those ruts and stuff. Didn't break anything. Even with stock, ball joints, bearings, tie rod ends. It's awesome. The only reason that worked is because the Tarachi tires and wheels are super light. Do not try this with a heavy setup. You're going to not make it very far. And we were actually able to beat on it pretty good. The gear reduction in here, it's got the 60% Tarachi gear reduction. It turned 8 tires in some pretty nasty mud. The water stuff's easy, but wait till you see the other videos. It's super, super gnarly. All right, so I managed to put it in the truck. In order to do that, I took off the front dually and one of the spacers. I'm gonna go try to find some water to see how it floats. Might have to add some air. Right now I have 0 PSI on my outside tires. All right, so the front does not float. We will add some air. All right, so now we have 6 PSI in the front dual outers. Before we had 0. I saw some geniuses on the Honda Boats page saying PSI doesn't matter for flotation. That is incredibly wrong. Definitely feels better. Oh, look at that. PSI makes a big difference, guys. We're floating now. I would like to have a little more flotation, but it is propelling itself quite well. I'm having to do a lot of balancing. The trick is four-wheel drive is actually slower, in my opinion, on this setup because it makes more air bubbles, which means the front has less buoyancy and it actually sinks down. So for best stability and speed, I find that two-wheel drive is the way to go. Keep the back tires out of the water as much as possible, and you get pretty decent propulsion.
Beautiful day on the lake. Hey, water wheelie, man, let's see it.
Oh, second gear. Well, I crossed it. This is the pond I just crossed. Oh, he's going. It's a big ass gator here too.
Holy shit.
That took a drop straight off.
Yeah. It's bad. What in the hell?
Obviously, floating in water is easy. The real test is the thick mud, which we did right after this. And I went across L Pond back and forth twice before and after hitting all the bad holes. So this thing is actually pretty stout, and we're all really impressed with how well it worked. Currently on a collision course with a tree, so I'm trying to maneuver around it. It's not even deep out here! So this is out way in the middle of L Pond. There's no shallow spots in there that I could touch. I never saw any mud turn up, just deep all the way through. It's taken a while though, I tell you what. Slow and steady. All right, so the SS MudPuppy is still crossing L Pond. My top speed is about 3 miles per hour, roughly. That it definitely gets harder to balance every time I drink another beer. All right, this monstrosity performed way better than expected. Been at Rancho since 8:30 a.m. It's getting dark, and it went everywhere and nothing broke somehow. We had another Foreman 500 to compare it to with only 4 tires, and there was a performance difference.